Hey everyone, this is Ryan B with Practical Forex Trading. This is your weekly analysis for gold. So the price of gold versus the US dollar. The date is April 5th, 2020. And if you want to stay up to date with all of our videos, make sure you click that red subscribe button on the bottom right hand corner of your screen. Okay, so looking at gold, I'm bullish. Price did some great action, proving itself lately, pushing up into this zone above the 1560 mark. So we look back historically, we see all the way back in 2011 and 2013 that price spent some time in this range between the 1550, let's call it estimate, $1,550 to this $1,800 mark. Now we did see a price spike up all the way, a little about to 1925, right? That market reactions spike, but then price averaged out here in this zone. Then back in 2013, price broke below, moving down into this channel here. We see price fell into this price channel. Now, if you can just think about price sometimes, price action, as a horizontal grid, because with trend lines, they are subjective. Everyone has their own view of how the angle plays out. But these horizontal lines are typically fairly equidistant, and they tell a pretty good story about price action and the range that it gets stuck in, if you will. So for a number of years, price bounced around. It kind of had a little false breakout here, then pop back in. So now we see that price has moved into this horizontal support and resistance grid, if you will, or price action channel. Okay, and so now my short-term target is $1,800. We expect price to return to the high of this channel. I'm going to go ahead and draw a parallel trend channel because I want to know how price is going to react at this current angle. So like we think about trend lines as being support and resistance over time. And that's why they're at an angle. But so when you think about the future and where price might go, you want to think about, and your angles are everything. So a parallel channel lets us think about, okay, the bodies of all these candles are now moving above this channel, right? So we see price tested it, tops and bottoms, came through, then rocketed out, and then last week the strong bullish push up, right? So we see a candle like that means price came all the way down here, and there was so much buying that closed the week almost near the top, almost near the top of the weekly candle before it. So very bullish. If we think in the super short term, let's go ahead and zoom in our daily. We're going to find, right, so we're sitting basically on top of support at this 1560, 1550 mark, right? So price action goes, so you don't want to think about get too specific because price can wiggle around a lot. But if we kind of zoom out, we see that around this mark, price stays above or below it. So now we're above it. That makes for good support at 1550. And if prices continues buying up here, we should see return to 1800 within the year, I'm thinking. Let's look at our timeline. So here's our months mapped out at the bottom. It could take up a good year to get to those prices. Now, if there's a lot of velocity, this trend really rockets up, it'll take less time, and what we'll see is another parallel trend channel achieved by price. Okay, so let's go ahead. See how the bodies of these candles close below this zone line. Let's change this color. There we go. If price moves rockets above that, we're going to see 1800 by the end of the year. So it really depends how price reacts. Could we just look at our timeline down here and say, okay, well, if we look back over the last year or two, price has honored these channels. Why wouldn't it now? And then it just depends at what point in this pattern it's moving, about how long it'll take to achieve its goal. The only way I'd be bearish on gold is if it closed below 1450 at this point. So, not a likely scenario is we have our fast moving average. Quickly behind this, I expect to see a lot more buying. Even though the US dollar is strong, gold's found a lot of support and buying, and now we're officially in this price action zone back from 2011. Okay, everyone. Hope you have a great week. I hope you're very profitable. Stay safe out there. We'll talk soon.